Welcome to this week's Give Voice to Your Vision. We're talking video in my world this month of June, video-rificness. And today I'm going to do a quick start training to help you use video to drive trust. The world's gone wild. There's lots of content out there. How can people feel you, trust you? How can you connect? And how do your videos actually help you get clients? We're going to keep it really focused for you today. So we're going to talk first about what does create that connection and conversion before you ever say a word. And then I'm going to dip into how do you consistently show up on video to amplify your visibility and your income and impact. And then I want to finish off today by helping you look at the real reason your videos might not be generating more revenue at this point yet. So that's what I want to cover today. I've been talking with a lot of people around. We're doing a visibility power up live experience right now in my Facebook community and with my list. And people are discovering how their expertise and their perspective and their challenges they've overcome are really infusing their value and their visibility and their message and how important that is. And it's really helping them to calibrate to a new level of clarity and confidence about who they are and what they bring. And everybody's talking about video, and still with the some have the challenges around being highly visible. It's very common in the service industry, coach, healing, energy work. Folks who are called to bring a big message through, struggling with some vulnerability around being visible. But really, it's not just about go do videos and get confident. What we're covering today is going to help you see how you can really act your way into confidence. And so I'm just going to dive in. You want to stay focused, as I said. So what creates connection and conversion before you ever say a word? This is why visibility is so powerful, and it depends on how you use it. But the human brain processes moving images and sound differently. And that's one of the reasons why we're having such a video love affair right now in these busy, noisy times. And if you're not using your voice, your face, your energetic presence really to be in your videos, you're really leaving some opportunity on the table. Your energetic presence, not just your content, can really drive conversion. It helps people feel you. People remember how you make them feel, and showing up with your enthusiasm and your clarity and your presence and your wisdom and your expertise dialed in really helps people to get to know you. We've all watched TV shows that ended and we missed the people that we saw every week. So now with streaming, we can binge it over and over again. But the point is, your voice and your face carry an energetic imprint, and your voice and your face and your energetic presence are your best business building assets in today's noisy world. That's how you can really ring through and ring true for the people that are most aligned to work with you and that are looking for you. Number two, we're talking about how do you consistently show up on video, not just putting videos out there. That can keep you busy full time, right? Not just putting videos out there, but in a way that actually amplifies your impact and income. So there's three ingredients, three elements to help you leverage your videos to actual clients and revenue. I'm actually doing a masterclass on this next week, and I'm going to give you a link to join me for the full deep dive. But for today, the one thing that really helps you to be consistent is to have a clear message, to have a message, your messaging dialed in so that you know how to position your value and show up and serve with clarity, because it's a lot easier to figure out what to say when you know the messaging that's going to help your clients resonate and relate and view. And then, of course, we have to help them know what to do next. But we want to be able to position our value and how we serve, not being salesy by my stuff, but articulating the value in those client results and being strategic about how it leads to the services that we provide. And that can be overwhelming without a structure and a support. So clear message that positions your value and how you serve. And then in your video content, following a simple framework like I'm doing with these banners to stay focused and on point. I still like to go off and to add more value, but following a framework so you can stay focused helps make your videos easier to create and produce, and helps you get them done and dialed in sooner, and also makes them more effective for the viewer. Right. And then finally, when it comes to having video that creates income and impact, this is often a missing link because there's so much involved in just getting ourselves into the videos in the first place. Or we rely on heavily edited. So we're behind the scenes in our business doing the editing ourselves or trying to generate content and getting it over to someone else to edit. So there's a lot of opportunity and there's a lot of AI that can do great editing for you. But when you don't have a strategy for what is this video got to do with how people see me, hear me, take the next step, come into my world and ultimately hire me, then you're making videos, but they won't get you those results. And it doesn't have to be a big, long funnel if you're showing up with your full energetic presence. So how will your videos turn those views into clients? Do you have that strategy? If you don't have that strategy, you can build some rapport. You might have 10,000 followers and fans, but 10,000 followers and fans is not the equivalent of even one client. So having a strategy for how your videos support your message, are aligned with the truth of who you are and what you bring and the value, and knowing how that video works in the with everything else that you're doing, and being systematized so that you can really be intentional about leading your best clients to take that next step, come into your world, to consume the next piece of content, and ultimately, how is that going to lead them to working with you? Is that a call? Is that a class? Is that a click a button and buy? But you want your videos to lead them somewhere. So being strategic, not just about the content of the video, but how it plays in with all that you're doing to grow your business, reach and serve more people. And then finally, for today, the real reason your visibility isn't turning into revenue yet is likely that strategy. Missing piece of strategy or clarity around your message that allows people to know what to do next, to be wanting to know what's next, and creating that quote bingeable content that leads people into your world to hear your message and catch your energy, especially if you're willing to show up on your own videos with your voice and your face. I'm telling you, it works. And people are longing for that connection. We need to show up and build that kind of trust in today's world, especially if you're offering the premium solutions, which are becoming more and more sought after because we can all get information, but what we want is transformation. So you have an opportunity to transform a little bit yourself and others in your videos. Videos create instant resonance. And in today's noisy world with all kinds of digital tools to have a lot of stuff coming at us, you can ring through and ring true by showing up. And it is more important. People want to feel safe. They want to feel heard. They want to feel understood and trusted. And by showing up on video and sharing value and how you can help, then you're helping to build that trust. So just remember that video alone isn't enough. No content itself is enough if they can't connect the dots to you having a solution and what they need to do next in order to find out more about whether that solution is right for them or might help them. So that's our quick jumpstart training for today. I'm going to come back wherever you're watching. If you watch the replay, #replay, let me know you've been here. If you have questions about what I've talked about, I'm a real person here having real conversations. Give me a minute, but I'll get back to you. And I'm going to come back at the end of this broadcast and post a link to the Unleash Your Message Masterclass, where we're talking video. I'm going to grab that right here. Actually, I'll come back and post it, but this is a masterclass I'm hosting next week. It's a deep dive in these 3 components, and we'll have time to go deeper and make sure that you know how to elevate your presence. This goes beyond confidence. It is about your owning of your message, your voice, your enthusiasm, your powerful presence on camera and on stage and in your sales calls and everywhere you go. And then what do you need to have in place in order to implement these 3 things that we've talked about more easily, more effectively, and have it generate actual revenue? That's often the missing piece, is what does this have to do with me creating revenue and impact in the world? All right, so we're going to go into that deeper in class. This is just a little bit of what we can go deeper on. I hope you found value, and let me know if you have questions. And if you have, I want to share this video, of course, with others who are still hesitant, stop and start, or they're making videos and they're not getting the results they want, or they're kind of avoiding them because it just feels like a lot of work or it gets very overwhelming. Yeah. We want to eliminate the overwhelm, help you find those first stepping stones so you can implement this and very quickly implement this platform that's working so well. It's actually critical to use in these days and times. And how can you leverage it quickly, efficiently, in a way that's aligned for you to that revenue that's going to really help uplift you and others by growing your business. So that's what we're up to. I'll come back here and post the link so you can join me for this free masterclass next week. Would love to see you there. Would love to know your questions and concerns and challenges and what you're doing with video in the comments below too. So talk to me, and I'll see you next week on Give Voice to Your Vision.